Hey, yo, Chris, where you at? I'm in town.
What's good, y'all? Welcome to my first couch series. I'm thinking about calling this Couch Potato. Maybe it's a part of Solo Dolo podcast as a different segment, or not. Maybe it's just we just kicking it on the couch. Whether we categorize this as a podcast or not doesn't really matter. It's just a conversation. Today, I really want to talk about redefining friendships. And I made a video some time ago about how I felt like I didn't really have any friends, which obviously isn't the case. I have plenty of friends, but the thing I was noticing was that I only saw those friendships in real time when we only did certain activities. So I have friends that I make music with. I have some friends that I, go out with randomly on random occasions. I have some friends that I like snowboard with, and overall I'm realizing over the past few months since then, I've realized it's okay to have different friendships for different parts of life. I used to feel like I didn't really have friends. Like I had people, but not like my people, which I do have my people, but I didn't feel like I had real like best friends. I don't know. I feel like there's a standard that got set a few years ago when I had like a few best friends, and we obviously, we hung out every day. There was closer proximity that played a factor. But now everybody's living their lives, and that's okay. Like, I'm learning to be okay with that as I'm watching my life play out and as I'm building my life. But I don't know, when I started to realize I only hung out with certain friends for certain activities, it started to make me feel alone, even when I wasn't. But then I just realized something that changed how I see friendship completely. What I used to believe was like friends should be everything in one person, like one group, someone you could turn up with, talk to about life, build with, travel with. And when that didn't exist, when I couldn't find all those things in one person or one group of people at a time, I started to feel alone. I started to feel like, damn, do I even have real friendships? Like, obviously these are real friends, like, but I don't know. I think it got away from the essence of what I remember friendship being like as a kid. Like, we always did certain things together, and I always wonder why it's so hard for that to translate as adults, even if it is just like checking up or just sharing that same like kind of sentiment about life, even when you're going through different phases of it, just like, all the talks, whether it's like you talking with your boys about, you trying to get the girls or whatever, or like you talking to a chick, or just that back and forth kind of like rapport building on like everything that's going on in life. I feel like it just doesn't happen as often, so friendship can feel like a lost art in that way. But that was my old mindset. Now I'm realizing that that's not real life. Everybody has their own life. Like, people are starting families, people are actually living out the careers that they've been plotting on for 10 years, It's actually okay to have different friends for different experiences. I'm learning this. Like with my music friends, they're more than music friends because I've been through some times with them in some critical parts of my life where I had to figure things out. But I've learned that the strong points of our relationship, that's what it is. Like, and to continue to water that and not try to forcibly expect other things out of it. It's like they're just because they don't check off all the boxes of what I remember as friendship or what I'm comparing it to from my childhood doesn't mean that they're not friends. And that was kind of like, it was kind of wrong of me to say that. Because I know some people was probably watching like, damn, so we not cool, bro? It's like, nah, it ain't even that. It's just, man, friendship is a lost art. It really is. At least how I remember it being. Then I got activity friends, like friends that I might not see as often, but we do like crazy activities together, like snowboard or, stuff like that. I'm still waiting to find my gym friends. I think I'm getting close, but I think I actually got to get in the gym to find them. So that's that. Kind of like chill vibe friends, but I don't really chill that much because I'm always trying to work towards something. I'm always working on content, working on music, or at least conceptualizing my life as a creative entrepreneur. So like chilling too much, I don't really like too much. I do enough of that with my girl and by myself, honestly. So I don't know. But then again, sometimes it do feel like, damn, I miss the days of just like kicking it. Like, even if it's like, yeah, we just going to the park to chop it up about life and throw the football around, or go to the basketball court, shoot around, just talk shit, Yeah. And then of course there's business and creative friends, but it can be hard to distinguish the business and creative stuff from actual friendship. Like, yeah, we enjoy that space together, but it doesn't always get at that original sense of friendship, of feeling like kind of like time doesn't exist in a way. Like, it doesn't always hit that point for me. Sometimes it just feels like work or like networking, which I love work when it comes to the creativity and music and everything. But I realize it's like, dang, I really don't connect with a lot of people unless it's that. And I would hope to have the balance in life that leaves room for friendships that are just that, like, literally we could just chill, kick it in the park, whatever, like actually enjoy life as it, enjoying the passing of time, and not just, even though I be on my head, I be on my own self very hard about just letting time pass, especially when I got so many lofty goals that I want to achieve. So I'm working with myself on that. Then there's the deep conversation friends, which, like, you probably hit them up every once in a while and y'all get into like a long conversation, like, but those conversations do serve you for some time. Like, you may not talk often with them, but it's like those are the ones that kind of like put things into perspective for you, like y'all put things into perspective for each other through those conversations. You may not have talked for a long time, but like those 2 hours make up, or those 3-4 hours make up for all that time. Long story short, everybody doesn't have to be everything, and that doesn't make a friendship less real. Just because you only link when y'all go get like brunch or coffee together, or y'all only link when y'all go hoop or snowboard or make music or talk music, it doesn't make them less of a friend. It just makes them that friend, But what really makes them a friend is if they always have your best interests at heart, regardless. And if y'all are always there for each other when you need it, especially when it's needed. It doesn't mean they'll be physically around you every day, but you know that when you give them a call, they'll pick up. And when they call you, you'll pick up. Or at least y'all gonna make the time for it. I had to change my perspective on this because I feel like my expectations from everyone was so high without them even knowing. And not even just for, not that my expectations were set on them as individuals, but my expectation on friendship was set high. Like, I was expecting the friendship category of my life. I was expecting a lot from it, a lot more. And I was putting that as a general standard on everyone. And it's like, just because people don't fit that doesn't mean they're not your friend. Like, that's not true. That was a lie. It definitely left me feeling disappointed a lot of times. Like, just again feeling alone and really feeling like, dang, dude, am I cool enough to hang out with, like just hang out with, or am I only cool for like music, or only cool for certain things, like going certain places or whatever? I don't know. It had me thinking some crazy stuff, but you shouldn't try to force connections to run deeper than they actually are. And just because they're not your type of deep doesn't mean it's a weak connection. I feel like, we all have those friends that we don't talk to for a long time, but when we do talk, it's like, damn, it's like we never left for real, But slowly but surely, I am learning to appreciate people as they are, especially as everyone also just goes through life, different life events, good or bad. It's like everybody is still human. Like, we all still going through our own things. So, just leaving that room for grace, man, leaving that room for like understanding. And it's making me be more present in the time that I do have with my people and more intentional, and I'm feeling less alone because of that. I'm realizing that even though I don't hang around everybody every day, I still have a community regardless. Like, when people see me, it's love. When I see them, it's love. So yeah, I think I was trying to force everybody to show up the same. Like, show up in the same way collectively. But now I see that maybe everybody was just showing up exactly as they were meant to. And I need to continue to do that as well for myself and for other people. Like, kind of like know your role and play your role. you know, in other people's lives, you know. So if you ever felt like you didn't have friends, just take a step back and look again. You're probably not lacking community. You just need to look at it differently. I think it would be really cool to ask yourself, and I'm gonna leave y'all with this. I think it would be really cool to ask yourself, what type of friend are you to people, you know? And start to figure things out from there. It's your boy, Chris Hubbs. This is the first Couch Potato series episode. I don't know. Comment if this is if I should like name this as a series, or if it's just a YouTube video and I'm thinking way too deep. Always trying to hold everybody to some high standard, including all of my content ideas. I need to just be. It's your boy, Chris Hubbs. Peace, blessings on to you.